What's up? What's good? What's happening, you guys? Welcome in. Welcome back. Today I want to use the Message of Love cards and the Light Seers Tarot. I have a couple of messages that I wanted to share with you guys. Mostly just be aware of the energy right now. It's very strong. So whatever your intentions, intuition is focused on, make sure it's passions, things that you do actually want. Be careful what you say at this time. Also, be very protective with your energy. And by that, I truly do specifically mean be careful what you let other people say about you or to your face. The energy they come to you with, it's going to be curious. Somebody's going to straight up tell you their intentions, tell you who they are, and they're not for you. I want you to stand up for yourself, because you and I both know this relationship is burning to the ground anyways. Stand up for yourself. That's what this cycle's about. It's a very, very specific message. But I actually know a lot of people that are going through something, this specific obstacle. It's only an unhealed wound that's blocking your forward movement until you recognize it, address it, heal the wound. What was at the bottom? Awakening, yeah. Yep. So you are, like I said, becoming aware of someone's true intentions, I want to say motive with you. The reason behind your connection for them. The connection. This could be a long-term connection. This could be a marriage, but it could also be workplace. They do owe you an apology. It does say you will receive it, this card specifically. All right? Doesn't say when, but you can expect the apology. You deserve an apology, but whether this person gives you that apology or not, you can give it to yourself. Period. Keep in mind, our ancestors pay very close attention to what's going on, so there could be ancestors that are like, I am so sorry for this person's behavior. Right? Somebody could be getting in trouble with their own ancestors here for this behavior. I'm hearing disappointment. Yeah, there's disappointment in this person for the way they're choosing to treat you. It's so specific. Strength. That's what it is. Somebody sees you as a powerhouse. They see you as very confident. They see you as very strong, motivated, and they want to tear you down. It's nothing necessarily against you. You just happen to be in a position that they want to be, but they're not there. This is somebody that, whether they know it or not, subconsciously, they're not willing to do the work that it takes to be where you are. So they get that triggered when they see somebody in this position, so upset about it, so triggered about it, that they have to tear that person down. Like, that's their go-to. That's what they're resorting to. That is truly karmic. Like I said, it's hurt people that hurt people. This person is hurt. That's why they're hurting you. But I don't think you realized this. This person, if you've done egg cleanses or if you've had protection bracelets break on you, you'll notice in these I don't even know what to call them, but they're protection techniques, right? You'll notice in these protection techniques that something's wrong, something's off, something's standing out. There's also messages about you need to become aware of. And there's so much on true intentions. We have the Knight of Swords with the Ten of Swords reversed. The biggest thing I'm getting with the Ten of Swords reversed is that this person knows that they can't go back and unsay what they said. Like, they can't take it back. The Knight of Swords is something that happened really fast. I mean, this is literally the fastest moving knight in the deck. So it just came out. What's that called? The Freudian slip? For some of you, it could have been a Freudian slip moment that this person had. And they just say something and it's like, wow. Wow, maybe they didn't know that you were right on the other side of that wall and could hear them. Maybe they didn't know that somebody had them on speakerphone and you happened to be in the room. Maybe they didn't know you would eventually hear about this story or read that letter or whatever it is, right? See that post. If it's their social media that they're being petty with you on. Like, there's some way that this person is saying something very derogatory towards you, nasty about you. And it just come out so fast, they can't take it back now. And they also are scared that you do find out about this. Or if it was done right in front of your face over the phone, you know, but you and this person and on a one-on-one, in a one-on-one conversation, sorry. They do. They wish they could take it back, but like, they're so worried about your reaction. I think your reaction was very gentle. Like, you didn't get crazy, right? You didn't go above and beyond. You were very, well, that's unfortunate. We're done here. I'm going to go ahead and leave. And then you leave and you don't really say too much. There's not a lot of closure coming from you, but you don't need to be explaining yourself, right? This is something that happened to you. It's very obvious why you're exiting the room and you don't have to announce it. You don't have to say it out loud. We are all very aware of what happened there, right? And why you chose to leave. It's very obvious. But it's almost like this person feels like there's more that you are eventually going to say to them. They're very worried about the day that you guys end up somehow running into each other in public and you let this person know what they did to you back then. Or it's almost like they're waiting for the rest of your reaction, but I don't think there is a rest of your reaction. Again, that's all you needed to do. Like, you are not the one that needed to explain yourself, so that conversation doesn't need to continue. But somebody else really feels like there's more to it. So let's just see what else we get here. I know there's more you want to say. No, really, I've said everything I need to say here. I feel like this person is a tad manipulative too. I think they're trying to control the story in a way that makes them less of the bad guy and more of just confused and not really sure what's going on, trying to slide into that victim category. See, that's the thing about a victim. They don't want to be a victim. They don't. That's why the victim, even when they're being abused, will still go, like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, it still goes through their mind. This must be karma or punishment for this, that, and the other. And it's almost like they deserve it. You can tell a real victim from somebody pretending to be a victim. Especially if you have been a victim, which I think they tried, but it didn't work. Again, their true colors came out. Whatever they said, it was overheard. Other people know about this conversation. Even if it's just ancestors and, you know what I mean? The other side. But King of Swords, Eight of Wands, the Fool. They said what they said. They can't take it back. And now they're so embarrassed. They just want to pretend this didn't happen. They feel like a total fool. You, however, only said what you needed to, and you wiped your hands clean. You were done with this. You were done with this. It's time to dive into something else over there, right? And not come back. Put the hazard tape up, because we're not going back to this. This could have been a cycle, but this is the catalyst, right? We have many people that we go through cycles with. Obviously, it's what a cycle is. You experience the same situation with all these different people, but then you come across the catalyst. This is the person that will be the final time you go through this cycle, because this is the person that this specific cycle is the one that's going to teach you. You become aware, oh my gosh, this is a pattern. I need to do something. This one isn't just the lesson. This one is the catalyst that teaches you the lesson, so you don't have to keep reliving it, right? And I think some of you are very aware that there was an intense connection. There is something, to your souls, but it's not like a friendship in this lifetime, we can make things right and be okay with each other in this lifetime. No. Your souls agreed to teach each other this. Like, you and this person as a spirit, before you come down here and live out this lifetime, discussed that this person was going to do this to you so you could learn the pattern and break that cycle. So that's why when this person comes in, you feel like you know them so well. You feel like there's so much. And even though they hurt you sometimes, most times, it's hard to believe, but we agreed to it. And this is the catalyst. This is the one that changes the game. 1144, which has 144. That is all of your chakras. I know people like to say it's like the light workers coming together. And to an extent, it could indicate that, absolutely. But if you think of all the chakra systems that we have, it breaks down to exactly 144,000. That is everything being fully aware, fully online, fully collectively connected. So it makes sense both ways. We do have Aquarius and Aries energy. Aquarius twice. And Gemini. Here's some Cancer for you. Knight of Cups. See, that's what it is. You have self-respect that even when you are absolutely spit in the face, you just kind of, that was disgusting, and excuse yourself. You don't see, and that's kind of why I feel like you were dealing with a toxic individual, possibly narcissistic, because they need that reactive behavior from you. And if you don't give it to them, they can't feed from you. Like it's like they're trying to make you a victim, but you are not a victim. Or you just refuse to be their victim, right? But they feel like there's more because in their minds, they control you, they own you, you are theirs, right? I do. I feel like someone was dealing with a narcissist here. This could have been a same gender relationship as well. Male, male, female, female. I do also have male and female, but like, I do see that as well here. Or it could just be that you're both very masculine. Neither one of you are meant to be controlled or owned. You know what I mean? The masculine energy is the dominant energy. The feminine is a little bit more submissive, but she can still be dominant. Don't get me wrong. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, this person definitely was mean. But they had a lot of hurt in their heart too. Like, I know narcissistic relationships are very difficult to talk about. And people really love throwing that freaking word around. But in reality, what I have specifically noticed in a few situations, people close to me going through those exact relationships, is whatever whatever hurts and traumas the now narcissist, they had been hurt, they had been abused, right? And they were the victim. They got a lot of attention from that. But then it gets really toxic and they feel like they need attention, so they'll like create scenarios, or they'll go and, you know, find somebody that they can dominate. But one thing I've really noticed is when somebody else shares the same trauma as the now unhealed, as somebody else does heal from that trauma, and they don't live and thrive in the victimhood mentality of the situation, they're not stuck, they're healed, right? They don't have those blockages. They've moved past it. The original person who hasn't healed from it, that's the one that turns narcissistic. And they hate it when somebody is healing because it makes them look bad. It makes them feel some kind of way about still needing and getting attention for it, sympathy for it. I'm also hearing a lot of slack for it. It's almost like this person's trying to get out of some kind of responsibilities, or this is a very angry person. They have moments where they're happy, don't get me wrong, but like deep down, this person is just so angry. Their root is lava. That's what I'm hearing. Their root is lava. This person might actually have like a bladder infection or very loose bowel movements. They could actually be having some issues with their root chakra area, their physical vessel, their body. They're so angry. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and like the people around them aren't really going to know this, aren't really going to see this, but as you detach, you see it more and more clearly. And all it's doing is justifying even more that you needed to back away, distance yourself from this person. You become more and more clear on what happened, why it happened, how it happened, where it would have gone had you possibly, or where it could have gone had you stuck around this person and not walked away. Like some of you guys, I can feel the vibration. It's so strong. Your energy is growing. You are very strong and you're getting stronger and stronger. This person's been feeding off of you for a very, very long time because you got that good energy and they were wounded. They needed that from you. And they took it and they ran with it until you shut it down. And now they can't even approach you. This is somebody that you probably had an on and off or a hot and cold type of relationship with. Right? You guys were good for a few months or a couple years, and then you would go on these hiatuses for like 6 to 8 months or something like that, you know, a couple of years, and then you'd meet back up somehow, or friends would eventually invite you. You'd see each other at weddings or funerals or something like that, right? And, oh, I missed you. How are things? You look good. Yeah, that was really crappy back then, but I'm hoping we could, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then we make plans. And do people change? Sometimes. Sometimes. But not all of them. Luckily, you are very intuitive. You are very empathetic as well. You can read the room. You can tell what people's intentions are. Yeah, this is like mostly between two people. Jordan! Really? Sorry, guys. Yeah, the world. See, this is when you've completed a cycle, when you're ending a chapter, which is this lesson, which is this type of relationship. You're closing the door on it. It's coming to a complete end. You're learning this lesson, and you're not going to be doomed to repeat it any longer. So long as you can find it within yourself to let this already failing relationship just crumble as it may. It's time to walk away. And I don't mean like take a couple steps back and just stand there and watch everything. You're going to get caught in the debris. You're going to get all that stuff in your lungs as the building crumbles. Like, just go home. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I can't tell you go home, but I am going to tell you don't stay here. Don't stay here. It's time to start a new chapter in your life. Feeling very healed. Feeling on top of the world. You know, having all your energy back. Make sure you do that. Call back all of your energy. Clean, healed, cleansed, ready to go. Wow. So this is, excuse me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So when I see the World card, that is the game over card for me, but that is also the game over card for me. So there are certain cards in this deck that indicate the possibility to go back to something after you've walked away from it. But there are also cards in this deck that say that is not an option at all, period. And these are the two major ones for me, and they're both right here. So what's at the bottom of the deck is what you maybe don't see, or what people aren't seeing underneath it all, what's going on. Oops, sorry. Remember how I said that this person thinks that there's more that you need to get out? There's not. So what they don't know underneath it all is that you are truly all of the way done with this relationship. You recognize that this person came into your life to teach you this lesson, and that was it. As brutally painful as it was, that's all it was. Okay? There's nothing more or less here. That's all the spiritual significance of this connection was. Whether they want to see that or not, that is up to them. Okay? We all get to choose in which perception we see and experience what's around us. You are choosing to really be the bigger person. Okay? You're choosing to understand the significance of this relationship and letting it be that and only that. And you are really finding peace with this process. So you're not doing anything wrong here. You're not the bad guy for this. And also, this person might think that there's more that you feel you need to say or get out. There's not. And it doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't. But just know that if you do hear about this person, they are going to be saying something like, along the lines of, I'm sure we'll see them someday and that'll be an interesting conversation, but you won't. You won't. And if there is like a funeral, we do have to address the fact that the death card is here. If there is a funeral, I feel like you're going to be so busy with the funeral itself. It's like you show up for the service and you leave. This could be a memorial. This could be, there's different ways that event can go. But I do see that. You're not going to stay and hang out afterwards and, food for the family and close friends afterward. You're not doing all that. You have to be really careful with graveyards anyways, especially since you are a walking vessel that is aware of the situation. You cannot just go visit hospitals. You cannot just go and visit graveyards. You will pick up shit. And some of it is really freaking hard to get rid of. Really hard to get rid of, actually, thinking about it. You can't just go visit these places. If you are going and the body is going into, or the coffin is going into the ground, as soon as that process is done, you leave. You don't stick around, okay? And if you got to walk through the whole ordeal to get there, probably skip that part. If you need it for closure, you do that. If you believe you are protected, you are. But you don't need to go poking the bear with a stick, right? If you don't have to. There are plenty of ways to talk to them without having to go and visit the grave site. I think that's everything we have here. Again, you are very protected, and I think that you do have, oh, yes, that protection around you, with and around you, meaning you know you are protected, and you are allowing the spirits around you to also protect you, the energy around you to protect you, your crystals around you to protect you, your intentions, all of that to protect you. I also think that you are changing a lot because of what you have just learned. So maybe that's why somebody from the past is still thinking that you're going to react in a certain way because you always used to. Not anymore. You've changed. So they can think what they want, but you're not that person anymore. This is also why this person is hoping that there's a time where they can stick a straw on you and suck all your good energy out, because you've changed, because now your energy, your vibration is higher, is healthier, because you're only taking with you what you need to. That's it. You've got passions and desires. You've got things to do, places to be, people to meet, all of that. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. A lot of you guys are in touch with your inner child. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. You are absolutely in touch with your inner child right now. Working with your inner child. You have your masculine and your feminine energies here. So like the whole team showing up. You have a lot going for you. I also feel like some of you have children and you're able now to put more focus on them, your connections within your own significant or immediate circle. Those connections are also growing, also blossoming, also experiencing blessings come into them. I'm hearing you're more present in every sense of that saying, of what that means. You are present. All of you is present. And it's so beautiful. I kind of like I can feel the tingling in my nose and under my eyes, like somebody's tearing up. And you should, because you should be proud. I am proud of you. You don't hear this enough. I am proud of you. I am so fucking proud of you because I know how hard this is. But I also know how beautiful this is too. And if I was in your shoes, I would absolutely do it all over again. If I was, yes. There might even be a couple other situations, the domino effect, the ripple effect and all that. Clearing this relationship up. Relationship. I did not just say that. Somebody's referred to this as a relationship. Just came right out. So sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm red now. Embarrassed, not what I meant. But yes, you're going to also recognize other relationships that might have a similar red flag, and we're going to address those as we need to, as they come up, But honor this process. Be so proud of yourself. I am, your ancestors are, and you keep doing you because you are doing phenomenal. And you have many blessings on the way. I know you're already living in the present where you are that blessing, and just watch what that brings in for you. Watch what that will manifest. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Until then, stay beautiful.